Okay. Again, Tisha had to live under all the questions. The Atlanta trip when he went quote unquote with Chris Fletcher. Now, how the hell you go on a business trip with Chris Fletcher, but then turn around a few episodes ago and tell us that you don't know what Chris Fletcher does for a living, but you went on a business trip with him? This same alleged business trip where there was a woman who allegedly took a picture of your back. You go to Africa, you tell this lady that you have no access to cell phones, but you have a beautiful landscape behind you. Said, girl, if you don't, when Tisha blatantly asked Marsau, has he ever cheated on her, he ducked and dodged that question like, I can't answer that question for you. If you don't trust me, then there's nothing else I can do. If you don't have trust with me, said, girl, the way the rumors, Martell will tell it all whenever he get a chance. Hell no. Marsau said he don't want to know if Tisha cheated, child. He don't want to know because he been out there too. He been out there too. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, baby. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, nigga. And that's all. And that's that. And that's it. That's all. All right. Now we at the pool. So Mel. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Belle and this is the Belle Perspective. And today I'm coming at you with another review for Love and Marriage Huntsville. This is season 6, episode 29, Feeling Protected and Using Protection. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I talk about books, I talk about TV, movies, hot topics, all kinds of things on this channel. You're going to like it over here. Go ahead and subscribe, especially if you're looking for a community, okay? If you're returning, you already know what it is. Okay, welcome back. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think about the show, my commentary, anything that you want to talk about. Okay, get down in the comments and don't forget to like this video before you leave. Let's get into the review. Okay, I'm gonna do. Let me just say this. I have about 5 pages of notes, and I am going to do my very best not to rant. Okay, I know some of y'all don't be wanting all the ranteration up in the dancery. I'm going to try to not rant, but this show triggers me, and I think that's probably why I like it so much, because it triggers me a little bit. It makes me feel things. So I'm gonna try not to rant, but you know, all right. Anyway, so we pick up where we left off. The couples are actually it's the Fletchers that are cooking for them because they're hosting the trip, so they're cooking. I really want to know how Nell throw down because I feel like Nell food good. I feel like her food good, and I want to try some. And maybe just I just be hungry all the time when I'm watching these shows. But anyway, so they're hollering, "Come eat!" And you can say they got a big family because they started calling all of the Scotts and Martell and Melody, calling them by like you would as if you have a big family and you're telling everybody come to dinner, come eat. Martell gets there first. Oh, big greedy, selfish ass, of course. Oh, I gotta fix my own plate. Yes, nigga, grown ass man with 2 arms and 2 legs who's standing on his own 2 feet. Fix your own goddamn plate. What the hell wrong with you? We get into a whole fixing plate situation. Marsau is confused or surprised that Chris Fletcher is fixing a plate for his wife. Sir, what is your problemo? There's the misogyny and the sexism. If you're making me feel things, I don't know if I'm trying not to rant, but if you're making me feel things, he should like, wow, a man actually making a plate for his own wife. I can't believe it. Don't you know she's not a person and she should be fixing your plate for you? Okay, Marsau. Anyway, Stormy and Courtney get there. The babysitter, they have chess with them. The babysitter missed her connecting flight. And so they're like having some issues with childcare. They're not going to stay at the house with them. They're going to go to a hotel and they're going to have the babysitter stay in that same spot as well, in that same hotel as well. So we pick up back from where Marsau is shocked and surprised that Chris is making a plate for his wife. And Maurice jumps in and says, yes, Marsau, you can make plates for your wife. And Maurice was like, or Maurice jumps in and says, yes, you can make plates for your wife. And Marsau said, listen, Maurice, pipe down because I'm no longer considered the worst brother. And I said, here we go. I immediately said, here we go. Y'all, I love when we put all of them together at a dinner table. I don't know if you've been watching this show from season 1, but I have. And every time somebody puts all these niggas in a chair and some food in front of them at a table, baby, all hell break loose. We get all the tea, okay? We get to sipping all the motherfucking tea, okay? So here we go. I said, first of all, come on, Mel, clocking the fuck in today. Maybe say, no, ma'am, I'm clocking the fuck in. And if y'all gonna put me through, if I had to go through, I'm putting you through as well. We're gonna ask some real relevant questions. We're gonna say what we need to say what needs to be said. I said, I know that's the fuck right, okay? Now, Kimmy decided that she wanted to pipe in and talk about the situation because, again, we went from Marsau saying, I'm no longer the worst brother. Maurice is, yeah, ha ha ha, laughing it off. We're all referring to that raggedy ass Carlos King interview that he had about him needing sex, etc., and making his wife roll over and suffer through it. Kimmy then being the PR person that she is for their marriage, who knows good and well that everybody is looking at Maurice like he ain't shit. But of course, we want to paint the picture that our man is the good man. We got us a good one, Savannah. No, ma'am, you did not. You need to throw that motherfucker back where the rest of them at. But that's okay because she done already, right? She's got buyer's remorse, and the expiration date for returns has already passed. Okay, so she done already bought him. He's hers to keep. Okay, so here she goes with her PR trying to recant, recoup, and do all the things to mitigate the risk, so to speak. It just took him too long to really understand how he went wrong. Mel clocking in. I said, I know that's motherfucking right. She was like, it ain't even work. I'm not even concerned about, what he said. I'm not even concerned about him trying to quote unquote being a joke and him taking too long to understand how this was a problem. It's the fact that he even said it. Was it in his heart? And that's exactly what I was saying maybe an episode ago or episode before. How did you even formulate in your heart? How did this even start? How did it even start here for you to even like bring it to a camera? Like, how did that even? That's what I said. That's what's more concerning. You see Kimmy's face get all contorted and stuff. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Your man ain't shit, and we're going to call it to the carpet. We're not about to sit here and let you run circles around us and talk as if, oh, that's not how he really is, while he's sitting here like a child, right? You're talking to us like he's not the scum of the earth, not a man who has a JD degree, who cannot speak for himself, right? Y'all see how Kimmy was doing all the damage control, and Maurice wasn't saying not one thing? I'm going to point out something else that Maurice raggedy ass said. So Maurice pipes up and said, finally, right? After his PR team decides that she's, done saying whatever the hell she was saying. But I stopped listening to Kimmy. I'd be like, Kimmy, girl, I don't care what you're talking about, girl. I don't care. I already know that you have too much skin in the game. You're invested in the image that Maurice is putting forth because the minute that Maurice looks dumb and silly, you look dumb and silly. So you're vested. I don't want to hear nothing you have to say, dear. Okay. Maurice says, I should have never had that interview. I should have never even said that. I know I put her in an awkward position and I should have never did that. Said, and they're all going up for him at the table. Tisha slow ass. Look, that's good. That's good. Going up for him like he done said something. Give a mouse a cookie. What in the hell? Girl, he is. Let me just point this out real quick for the people. For the slow folks in the back, i.e. Tisha. Ma'am, that is not an award-winning anything. The man said I should have never had the interview. Not I should have never said the things that I said that were wrong. He never said any of that. He just said I should have never said it publicly on a platform. That is all he said. And y'all going up to him like he learned something. Say, girl, that's like clapping for a grown ass man who has full capacity to understand and do things, clapping for him because he tied his shoe.
You're stupid. You're not
I'm
smart.
not stupid.
You're not smart.
Oh.
This girl, again, because I know everybody who's an adult doesn't necessarily know how to tie their shoes because of developmental issues, things like that. But a full grown man who doesn't have any intellectual challenges or anything like that, full grown man who has a JD degree, y'all clapping for him because he tying his shoe. Girl, if you don't get away from me, the way that Tisha and Kimmy's bar for their husbands are in hell, for men in general are in hell, and we'll talk about that with Kimmy as well. I said, girl, that's the reason why you with Maurice, because your ass, the bar that you have for men, girl, is in hell. Girl, in the center of the motherfucking earth, girl. Okay. Nigga ain't never apologized for the words he said. He just apologized for the interview. Say, okay, ciao, bye. Bye, 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 bye. Kimmy, you look the fool. Period. And that's it. Now, Martell wearing a ring. I don't know who the hell pointed it out. They said, Martell, where is this ring coming from? I say, Martell, I know good and damn well you're not wearing this motherfucking ring. He to my, just wishful thinking. Wishful thinking of what exactly? Wishful thinking of what exactly? Kimmy reaches over to Mel and asks Mel, oh, is that y'all wedding ring? Mel was like, I don't know. I ain't never looked. Okay, I know that's right, baby. I don't know. I don't know. I don't care. Why y'all asking me this? We are divorced. And here go the shenanigans again. This is why, Kimmy, you were not invited to the name change ceremony because you do not take her seriously. Y'all should have been scolding Martell. Y'all should have been saying, Martell, you need to take that off. That is crazy. You look psycho. That's exactly what y'all should have done, but y'all didn't. Y'all thought it was funny. Y'all laughed at it. Said that right there is the definition of psychotic. Okay. What I also forgot to mention is the fact that when they started going down the rabbit hole of Martell, why in the hell are you wearing this wedding ring? Is this y'all old wedding ring? And he's saying that he's got wishful thinking. It took Marsau to stop and say, nope, we're not going down this road. Martell Holt is Martell Holt. Melody Rogers is Melody Rogers. Two separate people, two separate things. Let's not go down that road. Now, after Melody had this conversation with Chris and Nell, they was ready to throw that lady under the bus. Said, Lord, Marsau was the one that had to stick up and say something. Ooh, cold day in hell, baby. It's a cold day in hell. Anyway, so they get the Stormy and Courtney get the text that the babysitter is at the hotel, and so they're gonna try to go to take the baby and take the baby to the babysitter so that they can come back and continue filming. So as they're getting up to go, Marsau is reaching over to Courtney and saying, "Oh, you want me to watch chess?" Courtney said, "Hell nah, you don't even watch your own goddamn kids." I said, "I know that's motherfucking right. He absolutely doesn't." I don't know if y'all remember in season 1, he said, "Those aren't my kids, those are Tisha's kids," which is the irony when I saw the Cool Dads Club t-shirt that Marsau had on his chest when he was talking to Martell. I said, "Cool Dad where? You said them kids wasn't even yours. Child, if you don't go away from me." So we keep seeing the way that they edited, they keep saying, "Marsau and a baby. Marsau would never hold a baby, 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 baby." I was like, y'all could have left this at home. This editing, y'all really could have left that at home. It was very corny. It was very, very corny. Okay. So Marsau is saying, why does everybody keep talking about Marsau and a baby? Tisha, did you tell these folks, right? Who else did you tell about the conversation that we had? And Melody clocking in. What conversation did y'all have, Marsau? Tisha, did you want to have another baby? Right? I said, I know that's right. Nell produced this show. Listen, get the conversation going. I'm loving it. I really, truly am. Marsau says no. You know, she thought she was pregnant, and I have a vasectomy, so it's 99% impossible for me to have a child. But she thinks that she's pregnant, so she takes a test. And so my mind, I'm thinking, who else have you been sleeping with? Okay. And so Tisha was like, how I've trusted you throughout all your allegations, all the rumors and everything. I've never come for you. But this one moment here where you think you can't trust me, you think I'm lying to you. And Mel was like, what's taking a pregnancy test? Like, that's not, if she felt like, what's wrong? And I'm in that same vein. But here's the thing, because of the dirt that he has been doing, and I 100% believe that Marsau has been cheating. Let's break it down real quick for the folks who haven't been watching since season 1. Marsau went and got a vasectomy without Tisha's consent. Now, here's the thing, everybody's grown, everybody has control over their body. But when you're in a marriage, you make a huge decision like that where you can stop yourself from producing children. It would behoove you to discuss this type of decision with your parent, or not your parent, with your spouse, okay? Because that means if she wants to have another child and you turn around and tell her, "Oh, I got a vasectomy," that is going to impede on her being able to have another child. These are decisions that need to be made with your spouse as a person in a heterosexual marriage, okay? Now, here we go. So when he decided to go get this vasectomy, didn't consort his wife, he decided to quickly go do it. It almost felt like what he was doing as soon as Martell got wind that he was fooling around with some girl and the girl could potentially be pregnant. Okay. The girl could potentially be pregnant. He was like, let me go ahead and hurry up and get myself together so that I have no evidence. Okay. That's what I truly, truly, truly believe. All right. So I wrote in my notes, I said, ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. My thing is, the girl is not even pregnant. She is not even pregnant. So your thought is you go from, "Oh, I have a vasectomy." And here's the thing, I understand what Marsau is saying, but I also understand at the fact that Tisha has gone through way worse allegations. Okay. Marsau has given Tisha reasons to think that he has been doing something that he should not be doing. Tisha, in all of the years that we have been watching the show, has not. And she has been blindly defending her marriage, whether or not she has proof, or whether or not things sound very suspicious. So the fact that the shoe is on the other foot and he can't give her the benefit of the doubt, that's a bigger issue than anything. Which leads me to believe that Marsau has been in the street doing whatever the hell he been doing. And now that the rabbit has the gun, he ain't here for it. That's what that is, okay? So later on, we hear Marsau talk about when they were all playing dominoes. Marsau talks about, if somebody has, someone goes to take an STD test, you automatically think, why the hell do you need to take an STD test? Where the hell you get it from? I said, no, that's not always the case. Women, and we heard it, I don't know if you watch Married to Medicine on Bravo, probably one of the best Bravo TV series on the channel. Dr. Jackie was with a patient who had symptoms of a yeast infection. This woman thought it was a yeast infection this whole time, and it was actually an STD, and ended up getting a test because of an STD. So here we are with the same or very similar scenario. The symptoms were there. The symptoms of pregnancy were there for Tisha. The symptoms of an STD, or I'm sorry, the symptoms of something going wrong with this woman's area were there. So that is the reason why they're taking these tests. It's not just about, "Oh, I've been sleeping around." No, because the woman wasn't sleeping around, and we found out she had an STD that was contracted by her husband. So again, my point, because I'm going on a rant, is if the symptoms are there, we can't completely rule out. We can't if the symptoms are there. Okay. And especially if there's that 0.1% chance. Okay. Anyway, again, I just still feel like Marsau got that vasectomy quickly because he didn't want any proof of anything that he had been doing. And I think the reason why Marsau is jumping to the conclusion because Tisha has never given him the reason, the thought, the inkling in all of the years that we have been watching this show that she would ever step out on him. It's his guilty conscience and ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. That's all I'm gonna say. Again, Tisha had to live under all the questions. The Atlanta trip when he went quote unquote with Chris Fletcher. Now, how the hell you go on a business trip with Chris Fletcher, but then turn around few episodes ago and tell us that you don't know what Chris Fletcher does for a living, but you went on a business trip with him. This same alleged business trip where there was a woman who allegedly took a picture of your back. You go to Africa, you tell this lady that you have no access to cell phones, but you have a beautiful landscape behind you. Said, girl, if you don't, when Tisha blatantly asked Marsau, has he ever cheated on her? He ducked and dodged that question like, I can't answer for that question for you. If you don't trust me, then there's nothing else I can do. If you don't have trust with me, said, girl, the way the rumors, Martell will tell it all whenever he get a chance. Hell no. Marcel said he don't want to know if Tisha cheated, child. He don't want to know because he know he been out there too. He been out there too. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, baby. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, nigga. And that's all. And that's that. And that's it. That's all. All right. Now we at the pool. So Mel gets there. She got on her sun shades, child. And Tisha dumbass. Like, that's like damn. I was like, girl, go choke on the chicken bone, girl. Don't nobody have time for you, girl. Stop. Again. I'm liking Mel this episode. Mel has basically told us that since she has been married, since she has not been married anymore, she has been getting out. She has been experiencing the orgasms. Okay. Because she was married to a nigga for however long she was married to him and he never made her come. And quiet as it's kept. Now Tisha sat up here and Kimmy sat up here. You lying. You can't. Are you for real? Ma'am, I don't believe neither one of y'all coming like y'all saying y'all do. I'm gonna say this for I'm gonna just let's be fucking for real. Okay? Let's be fucking for real. Kimmy, all the laundry and the dishes and the hauling and the tutoring and all the foolishness that you having to do. And Kimmy, all the carpools and the homework and the laundry and the cooking and the cleaning and doing all this foolishness in the garden. Girl, you got to do all of this. Y'all busting it open and being able to come off that too? No, ma'am. I don't think neither one of y'all. So y'all over here pointing at Mel trying to shame her, but neither one of y'all hoes is coming either. Clearly, because you're telling us every week, Hemi. And that was even before the condition. So stop it, okay? Mel basically been out in the street. Okay, she been around the world and okay? As the girls would say, shout out to Funky Dineva. And she been able to experience some things she ain't never been able to experience before. And she see what it is on the other side. Okay. I know that's right. So Mel says that, sex never was really in the forefront of our marriage. I wanted my husband to talk freaky to me. Those are the things that I needed. He refused to do that. Ironic. It's ironic where Martell claims that Mel was never doing the things that he wanted in the bedroom. But on the flip side, we literally see him on camera telling her, no, I don't want to do what she wants him to do. Child, but that gives when she's not doing what he wants her to do, that gives him full right, quote unquote, to go out in the street and do things. Said, baby, when I tell you the mental capacity of these men are on the second grade level, y'all are like not. It's not y'all are dealing with grown ass toddlers. I cannot. So again, Mel says that sex was never on the forefront of her at the forefront of her marriage. Like Maurice sex is at the forefront of Kimmy and Maurice's marriage. In the confessional, Kimmy again is on this cleanup train, try to clean up as much as she can, right? Damage control. Kimmy, you done already said what you said. Maurice done already said what he said. We already know what it is with the both of y'all. Okay. Kimmy says again, the interview is very misleading. People will feel like sex occupies Maurice's mind, 24/7, and that's simply not the case. Girl, who are you telling? Us or yourself? Okay. You already told us that this man wants sex 2 to 3 times a day. Dear, there is nobody grown ass mature person who really has the time to dedicate sex 2 to 3 times a day. And again, prior to your condition, he was saying this same thing before. So enough with the damage control, Kimmy. Your man ain't a good man, Savannah. We already know what it is, girl. Stop that. Sit down. Be quiet. Okay, you won your prize. Okay, you done slept with that lady husband, allegedly. You got your quote unquote prize, girl. Now sit there and relish in it, okay? I also want to point out that the whole situation where they were trying to say that Mel was lying about orgasms, that's actually data out there that says that 95% of women 95% of men experience orgasm, but 65% of women, only 65% of women experience orgasm. It's called the orgasm gap. Why it exists and what women can do about it. Sweetheart, and we're speaking specifically to heterosexual relationships. There is a orgasm gap, okay? There was a study done at University of Florida And baby, the girls ain't coming home. Okay, the girls aren't coming home. So all of this, you lying, girl, please. All right. KeKe goes further into talking about the interview and how she felt like the interview and the things that Maurice said didn't protect her. He is talking about Kiowa and how Kiowa was his wife and his ex-wife and the mother of his child and all these things. And she's like, well, what about me and my chopped liver? I said, girl, he's been doing this to you since the beginning of season 1, girl. He's been saying this. When the whole situation came out that you were a side chick, he was tight-lipped. He still has not cleared anything up about that. He still is allowing people to run with that. But I think the only thing that he has said is, you guys, I don't like the fact that this is happening. So let's try to build the bridge between you and Kiowa. But he has never publicly gone on camera, looked us dead in the face and said, Kimmy was never a side chick. He has not done that to this day. So Kimmy, again, all the damage control, girl, you are looking crazy. He has you out here looking unprotected. Okay, girl, you look the fool. All right. So Mel was saying, welcome to my world. Because when I was married to my husband, I never felt protected. Ever, ever. Tisha said, well, did he ever, try to fix things? Girl, what do you think, dumb ass? Like, girl, girl, girl. Okay. Now we get a couple scenes with Martell in a confessional. This man is, I don't know why we talk to him. I don't know why anyone would consort with him at all. At all. This is me also contemplating on the fact that the Fletchers, the Scotts, are still trying to be friends with Martell, even though they know the whole situation with Martell allegedly threatening Mel with revenge mourn. They're willing to still try to be friends with him, even under the circumstance, even under the guise that he has threatened revenge mourn. I'm so disgusted. I'm so disgusted. Martell is reflecting on the situation with Marsau. Tisha went and got a pregnancy test. She's experiencing pregnancy symptoms. Marsau has a vasectomy. Martell says he wouldn't want to be in Marsau's predicament, and any man who is in Marsau's situation, I can understand. And he said, she's not pregnant, so he will never know. He will never know. He said, women, they're good. Women are too good. Said,
yes, I have been there.
bitch. I don't even know how to produce. I don't even know how the production really even took that Negro seriously. I don't even know how anybody take him seriously, child. Anyway, okay, so we get Tisha and Marsau in the back room and they're having the conversation, and Tisha doesn't understand, or I'm sorry, Marsau doesn't understand how he's being put in the wrong. I say, yeah, you do. You do. Now here's the thing. Let me put this out there. Okay, let me try to be as unbiased as I possibly can. I understand what Marsau is saying. I have a vasectomy. Why are you getting a pregnancy test if I have a vasectomy? But the problem here is that there have been too many situations, Marsau, with you where you have put Tisha in a predicament to question, right? Going to a whole continent, not calling her. You didn't even take your family with you. There has been rumor after rumor after rumor after rumor for years of you and other people. And Tisha stood through it all. So you mean to tell me that when this one situation comes up and she says, I was having symptoms, I wasn't sure, I wanted to rule it out, 99% effective, yes, but there is a possibility, right? He is telling her, you're gaslighting me. You're gaslighting me. You're running game on me. You're running game on me. I said, wow. So that you run game on Tisha because that is your response to her. Your response is not listening. I had symptoms, so I was really just about to take this test. Instead of I had symptoms, so I'm taking this test. Yeah, it's crazy, but there is not 100%, right? So you decide to immediately jump to the fact that she was gaslighting you because you gaslight her. Like it's I can't. Tisha tells him, you had an opportunity to ride for me like I've been riding for you. I've been taking the heat. Tisha has been looking like Boo Boo the Fool for 5, 6, 7 years. Tisha has been looking crazy for a very long time. A very long time. Outside of all of the allegations, she has rode blindly for this Negro. And the one time she needed him to step up, she was like, and you let me down. I said, girl, he let you down every single day of the week. This is not anything different. I'm just being honest, okay? Tisha's so mad she decides she wants to sleep in another room. I don't blame her, okay? Later on that night, Martell brings a girl to the place. I personally don't care. This is called Love and Marriage Huntsville. Bring on the people that they're dating. I want to see who Mel dating. I want to see who Martell dating. The girl had on some sneakers, so I said she must be young. She must be young or young-minded. That's what it was giving. She looked like she was a young girl. Now I'm thinking to myself, this nigga still got the damn ring on his finger, but it's wishful thinking why he bringing some other woman into the room. I said, Martell. I'd also like to add that you got to be one thirsty ass bitch to roll up to this damn place with Martell Ho, who still got his motherfucking ring on, and you know cameras are rolling, to come up here and sneak up in this damn room with his raggedy ass, get him some punani in the middle of the night. Baby, when I tell you the thirst be real, baby, where is our self-esteem? Where is our self-esteem? Where is our self-esteem, y'all? Lord. Martell. Boy, go away from me with this. Okay. Now, the next morning, Martell goes to see Marsau. And oh, by the way, Maurice saw the girl that Martell was bringing in. And he said he ain't never seen this girl a day in his life. So it ain't coleslaw, y'all. All right. So we moving on. Martell goes to visit Marsau. Marsau has this cool dad t-shirt, cool dad club. I said, boy, you play too much. Okay. Marsau thinks that it's a game. She's telling me that, it's not 100% sure, it's not 100% possible, that, the vasectomy took, I said, there, baby, ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. That's all this is, y'all. That is all this is. He starts to speculate, for 5 years, there have been rumors and allegations on all these things about me cheating. A man could have just slipped in her DMs and said, you don't need to take this. You don't need to be putting up with this. I said, child, and Martell being messy. Yeah, she got that body. He done put all they like when I tell you tea was spilled. He said, yeah, she got that body now. She being all, extroverted. She's more outgoing. She wearing clothes that are more form fitting. She looking good. She looking real good. I said, first of all, Marcel, watch Martell. Okay. One. Two. He told me, yeah, you need to put her back in the house. She not in the house no more. He need to put her in the back in the house. Put her in the house.
Yes, I have been there.
Bitch. I said, see? And for years, Marcel wanted her to stay in the house. So she didn't want her to have a career, didn't want her to have no place to, baby, ain't no fun. Ain't no fun. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. So we're hearing the conversation with Martell and Marsau, and it's also being flipped between Tisha and Kimmy. And they're getting their makeup done, and they're just recapping everything. Tisha told Kimmy that she slept in a separate room, and Kimmy tells us that very few men could accept the fact that their wife cheated on them. She said women treat, cheating differently than men. I said, no, we've been socialized to treat it differently. We've been socialized to think that it's okay for men to cheat on us. Okay. And that's just in a man's nature. That is what we have been socialized to believe. The other part is that men can't even handle the thought of not even the actual act, but the thought of another man cheating on or sleeping with another woman or sleeping with a woman that belongs to him. I said, are you listening to what you're saying right now? The fact that you think that it's okay for this man to think that your body belongs to him and that he can go out and do what he want to do. He don't want to even imagine somebody doing anything to you. But he can go out and he expects you to be okay with him doing what he does.
All of this, it's just
Tisha, Kimmy specifically, you and Kai, that relationship that you got in with Maurice, something in the milk ain't clean. Something in the milk ain't clean. And that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. This is why you in a relationship that you were in with Maurice. Okay. Now, the team building exercise that the Fletchers are putting together, they're talking about, Chris and Nell are talking about how Maurice snuck some woman up into the house. Nell thinks it's disrespectful. Chris thinks that, why? Martell grown and he's single. I agree with Chris. Martell grown, Martell is single. My problem is the fact that he sit up there and try to play in our motherfucking faces, got this goddamn ring on, talking about wishful motherfucking thinking in front of Mel, after he out here playing in her face, threatening her with revenge schmorn, okay? Doing all kind of shit, making her life a living hell, then put a goddamn ring on, talking about, oh, wishful thinking, and then sneaking a bitch up in the goddamn child. You can't,
Yes, I have been there.
bitch, can't make this. You can't make it up. You cannot make this stuff. You really can't. You really can't. Then they talk about KeKe. So apparently KeKe called Nell and said that she wanted to come on the trip and she wanted to apologize and hash it out with Tisha. I was with Chris. You mean to tell me she couldn't wait till y'all asses got back to goddamn Alabama? No, we just wanted to have the conversation on the trip. Why? Y'all being messy. You don't have the conversation with Tisha, so Tisha's going to be blindsided. I said, here y'all go. Here y'all go with the mess. Here y'all go. Anyway, I'm with Chris. This is called Love and Marriage Huntsville. If we're going to talk about marriage, then divorce is obviously on the forefront as well. We need to be talking about who they're dating. I want to see. Let's bring it on. If we're going to really keep this show going the way that and baby, we're on 29, about to be 30 episodes. Let's talk about some real substantial things. And quiet as it's kept, some of this shit could have been cut out. We could have got to the trip probably midway and then see the fallout from that. Because this is where it's starting to get good, y'all. Anyway, what else is going on? I am trying to think, baby. It was some tea that was spilled. I said, and here's the thing: when I say tea, I don't mean like business. I mean people were actually not holding back, right? People were saying what needed to be said in the moment. Okay, I'm trying to see this tweet that I found. I was like, well, I know that's right. Yep, Martell spilling tea on Tisha new body. Martell hyping up Marsau basically to get a divorce, okay, or keep his good eye on her. Tisha finally standing up to Marsau somewhat. She really was digging her heels into it, and I was fine with that. Mel standing up to Tisha for Marsau. Mel spilling how she was never satisfied with Martell, and Courtney shading Marsau about babysitting. I said, baby, the folks is clocking in. They is clocking in, and I'm here for it. I'm here for every moment of it. All right? Get down in the comments. Let me know what you think about the episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.